Hi there, my beautiful Taurus Gemini. Welcome into your reading. We are going to talk about 2025, and we're going to have a look at what you can expect for your big themes, sort of like your overall energy, where you're going to be at in your spiritual journey. And then we're going to look at sort of like a sequence of events, not necessarily beginning and end of the year, but a sequence of events throughout the year for your career and for your love life. And we're going to finish up with some advice and important zodiac signs and months. Okay, so let's get started here. I feel like it's going to be overall a pleasant year if you allow it, because we have over here this shell, which is basically the sun card in a shell, which talks about a lot of joy, a lot of fun times and celebration and time with friends, with family, just enjoying life, and having fun. We also have this shell right here, which talks about blessings and lots of synchronicities, your guides being there with you to support you and guide you. But we do have this shell, which for me, it's sort of like a desert time. And there could be a time when something that you really wanted to work may not work, or may not work in the way that you were expecting it to. And I feel like in moments like that, it is important that we remember that it's not about, it's not about you. It's not how you're not good enough for that. It's not how you're not aligned with that. It's that situation is not aligned with you. That situation is not what you actually want, So you're going to have a lot of opportunities to have fun, to bring a lot of good things into your life. When something doesn't work out, don't freak out, okay? Because it's really not aligned with you, and it served for some moment, perhaps to teach you a lesson, to teach you something, to help you grow and help you get closer to your true manifestation. But it may not be it. It may be a vessel to get there, but it may not be the destination, okay? So I feel like you have the possibility to have an amazing year. You have the possibility to have a lot of fun, to receive a lot of guidance and a lot of blessings from your guides. But there is this need to have an open mind and an open ears, essentially, to your intuition and to what your spirit guides are trying to point out to you and how they're trying to move you in the right direction, okay? Now, we also have this little shell right here. I actually feel like this weirdly is giving me friends to lovers kind of energy. I'm getting something about someone may need help and, you help each other. And that actually develops to a romance. So that may sound very weird. It could just simply, if you're already in a relationship especially, it could simply be talking about how you're going to help each other in some situation. Maybe you're moving in together and you're definitely helping each other out in that. But this is my helping hand shell. So it does talk about how I'm hearing charity. So maybe charity is going to be important. But it is talking about how helping someone out or someone helping you, it's going to be important. Maybe in your career, there is something here where you're able to help someone and it's going to make a really big impact. And that, I feel like this is like a specific event, and how that could really, I don't know, the way that I'm getting this, it's imagine you're in your career and you've been not necessarily disappointed and feeling like something is missing out, but you've been like, well, this is the same old, nothing new here. And then one day you actually help someone that, it really has an impact and really, you feel that it's special. And I feel like it brings some sort of new joy to your career and it makes you love it again. It brings some sort of purpose again into your career. That's the way I'm seeing it, but let's see where this turns out, if it is a friends to lovers kind of thing. But before we do, and before we look into career and love separately, let's look into where you're at in your spiritual journey this year. We have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time, and we have trust the timing, trust the wave coming on, time is not running out. So I feel like where we're going to be at in your spiritual journey, I feel like it's going to be you. I feel like, first of all, learning a bit of patience and a bit of trust, especially with this card, because of this situation that we were talking about. I feel like you are definitely in a moment where you are raising your vibration. You are definitely getting into a place where you're supposed to be, and you're so close to becoming the person you want to be, having the life that you want to have. I feel like there are just a few tiny little bit steps that need to be learned before you can get there. Okay, so I feel like this really has to do with that thing of some things are not meant to work out, and maybe it's that surrendering and letting go and understanding that process that maybe you're missing, and that maybe you're going to be pushed a little bit this year to learn. So I feel like the best thing moving into 2025, don't get your expectations too high. And this this sounds like such a downer reading, but it's actually not. Again, I just feel like you're going to be a little bit of your own enemy, you know, because I feel like you're going to have such amazing blessings, such amazing things to be grateful for. But we humans have this tendency to look at all the things that are not working out, look at all the things that, I don't know, disappoint us, and focus there. And the past hurts. That's why we have such a hard time healing and trusting someone again, right? It's because we get really attached to the pain that someone made us feel. And it's a hard thing to let go. And it's hard to trust us, especially again, to trust ourselves. It's hard to trust our guides in the universe. But once you do, things get a lot easier. And you don't put so much pressure on yourself. You don't put so much pressure on life to be perfect and to come in the perfect timing and come in the timing that you're expecting. You allow life to happen, and you allow yourself to live life, to actually live it. And I feel like that could be something that you're learning this year. I feel like that's where you're going to be at in your spiritual journey. It's where you are taking the steps to elevate, and you are in that place. You are having this spontaneous awakening, right? Activation. You're stepping into it. But I feel like until you get there, you do need to learn this thing about timing. You do need to learn this thing about trust. Okay? About letting go and surrendering, and things not working out. It happens. Okay? So, let's get here into your sequence of events. We're going to start here with career, and then we're going to move into love. All right. So, we have the Two of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so let's talk about stuff here. Starting the year, I feel like we're, and again, this is not, year related, like beginning and end, but I really feel like we know with the Two of Cups, I feel like the first 2 months could definitely be very good for you. Career-wise, I feel like you're going to be very happy. I feel like you're going to be in a place where you're proud of more than anything. It's like, I've worked to be here. You know, I've worked my ass off to come up and be here and have this reality that I have. So I feel like there's a lot of pride coming through. And I mean, we have happiness. So look at that. We even have peace and harmony too. So I really feel like the beginning of the year, and maybe you're already feeling it, right? Because this doesn't come out of the blue. So I feel like you're coming into the end of 2024. Again, maybe with the excitement and maybe with this feeling of, I have a purpose. I know I'm doing something meaningful in my job. I know this matters, and I have a dream and I'm pursuing it, and I'm really proud of myself for that, right? So I feel like you're going to really love your career. It's going to be beautiful, lots of joy. I feel like there's something about coworkers. Possibly you I don't know, you work really well with other people, and not necessarily that they are your closest friends. Maybe for some of you they are, but I feel like there's a really strong, beautiful bond, and it's easy. You know, I feel like there's not going to be any complications of some sort. I really feel like it's going to be nice. Then we have Sun, happiness and well-being. Even further, with the Seven of Wands, we also have Hat. You will be playing a different role. This is the moment, and especially with the two aces coming forward, this is the moment where, I don't know, the honeymoon phase of your career kind of starts to fade out. And maybe you start questioning stuff a little bit. Maybe you start wondering, I mean, yeah, it's fun, but does it have the same purpose that it used to have? The same impact, perhaps? Maybe you start finding some, I don't know, Karen's customers kind of thing, and you have to deal with them and start questioning, is this what my career and my work is going to be all about? But I feel like a part of you still holds on very tightly to that joy that you feel, that warmth. I'm feeling my heart very warm. And I feel like that's how you feel about your career and your job. And I feel like that is going to be a constant. I feel like just the part of like having something to fight for, perhaps you're missing that a little bit. And I feel like that's where this comes in and where something may change. We have here the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, which I kind of feel like they are related, but let's talk about one at a time. We have Time to Act with Lion. And we did mention you'll be playing a different role. So it could be possible that you kind of have a new, you have some sort of opportunity here that comes forward. And this right here was like a preparation of you thinking, it's been really fun, but I think I need more. And to be honest, you could be in a very manifesting year. And so I feel like when you speak those words or when you think those words, the universe is going to start working behind the scenes. And so there could be some sort of promotion being prepared for you. And there could be some sort of more responsibility, a new project coming through, and then we literally have a new opportunity here that really moves with your heart. It's important to you, it has an impact, and with this Time to Act, I feel like this is literally an event. Maybe it's about that, right? We were talking even about charity, or not charity necessary, but how you have this one person where you truly help them, and it kind of brings that rush of impact and rush of purpose back to you. I feel like this is this, right? I feel like it's this moment where you're asked for help, where something clicks for you, and you really open up a new door and you really start moving towards it, maybe around March, since that came forward. And I feel like it's going to be something really significant, something that again comes from the heart, but it's going to have an amazing impact with this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this here is just the beginning to something bigger. Let's see here with the Ace of Pentacles, we have Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. So there we go. I feel like we started this reading saying how you could have an amazing freaking year ahead of you, but you could be your own worst enemy. And I feel like here, you start questioning stuff. And if you choose to ignore that warm feeling that you have in your heart, if you choose to ignore the why you started this whole career, why you started this whole job, then the year is going to feel like it's lacking a little bit, right? But the second you say yes to the opportunities your guides have for you and that come forward, your whole life, or your year at least, has a whole different shape to it. And you're actually able to enjoy it. And you actually say yes to opportunities that matter, that change your life. And this is one of them. Because right here, you were lacking purpose. And now you just built a whole freaking bridge that is bigger. I wouldn't be surprised if this was some sort of, even a side hustle. Maybe some sort of, I keep getting something about charity, but it doesn't have to be. I just feel like it has an impact on people specifically, or a community, on environment, like a group of stuff. And I feel like it has a really strong impact, and it's going to be beautiful, and it's yours. Even if it's not, your creation, you're part of it, right? It's part of who you are. And it really, I feel like it's you, it's who you are. And I feel like it's going to feel so freaking good to see this come true. And again, you've built a whole freaking bridge to fill in a little spot that you were missing. But that is the point where I feel like I could do more. I feel like there's something else out there for me. That is your mission talking. That is your purpose talking. That is your soul saying, hey, there's more for you out there. There really is. So go and get it. And I feel like you will have the amazing opportunity to go and actually get it. I feel like you're going to build something amazing, that it is going to be the foundation for something that is going to last a very long time. So again, this could be a whole new project, even in the same company that you're already in, right? It could be a whole new project that starts a whole different thing that matters, and that is going to last for a lot of years. And you're going to be like a co-founder or something, okay? But then we have a little Seven of Swords there, right? And this is a card that talks about limiting beliefs. It's also a thief. We're going to see in which way it could come. But we have Kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. With the Seven of Swords, I can see this in a couple of ways. I can see this in a little moment of questioning and doubts. And you kind of needing to push through and really using that Taurus to make that plan and to follow through. I can also see this has a little bit of a more shaky time with the Seven of Swords, where, I don't know, maybe sales go down. I don't know, something happens. I'm getting something about hacking. So if especially if this is something yours, maybe have a little bit of more care with that from the beginning. But I don't know, there could be something. I don't think it's going to be something huge, but it could be a little bit of a tension moment. And it could bring some complications. I feel like this is a moment where everyone may start to question stuff if it is not just about you and you wanting to give up on something, but everyone could start to question stuff. I'm even getting something about like the market. I don't know, like, for example, an example that I'm getting is, for example, with cars. When electric cars started to come forward, every other car company, factory, and that kind of thing had to choose, will I just stay on my course or will I adapt towards these new changes? And we even have here a change for the better. Solid foundation, success with effort. So I feel like this is a moment of adaptation. I feel like there's something perhaps with the market, something perhaps with the needs over here. When you started this, maybe there was a need in the market, in the community that you were working with, and now it's changing. Now it's no longer like, I don't know, you're working with, families that need assistance and that need help. And the biggest issue was with baby care, right? Was with providing with enough baby formulas and that kind of thing. But then things kind of, started to work out, and now we have a different issue. Now it's actually with families, with elder people. And you just started to build a foundation that was all about babies. You can either choose to stay with the babies or adapt and open up a little bit more into elderly people, That is just an example. Same thing with the car company, but I feel like there is a moment where it's, again, either you have some sort of issue and you kind of have to create a new plan, maybe build your defenses up again, especially if there's something around technology or something. It could be something around marketing or markets and economy and that kind of thing. And you may need to adapt, okay? But whatever changes you make, they are going to be good. Again, this is a really good thing. So if you already have an idea to build something, please know that is great, okay? Whatever opportunities show up to you, please move towards them, okay? If you ever feel a little bit more stagnant and I feel like there's something else out there for me, it's because there is, okay? And you're going to have an amazing impact on the world, all right? So let's get you here some advice. Like, really, I feel like you have such a beautiful, beautiful path ahead of you, okay? Just don't give up, okay? Really don't give up. Let's see here. What is your advice? We have take the leap of faith, absolutely. And we have nothing is lost. And it's interesting how these cards kind of fall into this first part of the reading and then this second part of the reading. Take the leap of faith. Again, when the opportunity arises, say yes to this new beginning. And then when you're faced with a change in this initial plan, nothing of what you've built is lost. You've built the foundation. And with every single other company, sometimes you have to do rebrandings, right? You have to adapt into, again, new types of products. Maybe you have to expand a little bit. Maybe you have to adapt the type of costumers your ideal costumer that you were attracting. Maybe you have to adapt it now a little bit. It's okay. And nothing you've built before is lost. Whenever there's a rebranding or a new type of product, you already built a loyal base of customers, right? And now you're just expanding to bring in more people. So nothing of what you built is lost. Nothing is, essentially nothing is going to go wrong, to be honest, okay? It's never perfect and it's never super happy, lovey-dovey. Problems happen, challenges happen, but that doesn't mean that we are on the wrong path, okay? Again, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with changes, and we need to adapt to those changes and trust that those changes are happening for a reason, okay? So with that being said, let's get here into love and relationships. So it's interesting because we actually started this reading with like a friends to lovers where someone asks for help and, it kind of turns out to be something more. I wonder if it has something to do with this. Like, I don't know if it is a customer or something like that, and things actually move forward into something better. Let's see. So we have Judgment. We have the Hierophant. Oh, wow. We have the Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and we have the Moon. So I definitely feel like more towards this portion of the year. So the last event that would happen here on year 2025. In both career and love, I feel like it's the point where things may be a little bit shakier, but let's start with the beginning. So if you are single as a Pringle, I really feel like this would be the moment where you kind of meet someone, to be honest. With Judgment, I feel like this could happen very, very suddenly and pretty much in the beginning of the year, okay? But I feel like this is a moment, to be honest, where I feel like you're going to look at this person is like, yeah, too. Where have you been? Like, I've been looking for you, so you took too long, but I feel like you're going to click immediately and get along super well. I feel like that then evolves to this Hierophant and commitment, something official here. I'm even getting something, you may actually work together. That could be something. And with this Three of Pentacles, I feel like the career relationship or the work relationship is strengthened because of these things. With this Three of Pentacles, I can also see this as you building or working together towards the future. So it could be that you start talking about marriage, you start talking about, hey, let's move in together or something like that. I'm even getting this in a bigger spectrum of stuff, and not so much of 25 only, maybe a little bit forward, okay? But I feel like your spirit guides kind of want me to give you this sort of bigger picture kind of view of the relationship. But I feel like this could be a moment where you start talking about those things and you really understand this is not just a casual thing. This is not just here to stay for a few weeks and then move out. No, this is something here to stay, and it's strong. And we're going to make it strong. We're going to make it last. With the Six of Pentacles, lots of balance, lots of beautiful stuff. I feel like there could be... I really wonder if you're really into charity and if this is something that you would start to do together. If not, I feel like this is something that you start, Six of Pentacles, it's about giving. And I feel like there's something that you're giving together. I don't think it's necessarily giving to each other. It could also have that meaning, but I feel like you're giving together to something. So again, I really get something here about like a big purchase together. And if you're in a relationship already, I mean, this could be about marriage and this could be about, hey, let's buy a house, right? It could definitely be something around those lines, but I feel like you're kind of giving a good amount of money together towards something. So again, this could be not only money, but time, effort, energy to something. So charity, again, a big purchase, maybe a car. And there's this community together. Now with the Moon over here, let's pull a little card to get more information about that. We have Torch, spiritual development, alignment, awareness, and understanding. I feel like there's this, there are a couple of messages coming through. I feel like this is going to be a moment where, just like here, you may be challenged to, start questioning, is this even worth it? Am I doing the right thing? Maybe I should just give up. I feel like here, it's not necessarily should I give up, but I feel like some fears and wounds could haunt you a little bit. And I feel like that's something that you may start to, I don't think you're questioning, but I feel like you're doing a little bit of inner research and you may be triggered by each other. I feel like it's going to be a moment of a lot of healing and a lot of release, to be honest. And it's going to be a powerful moment. Now, another way that I'm seeing this is that you're actually not supposed to know shit about what's going to happen afterwards. So it could be that, this may be a significant life event for 26 that may start in 25. So let's say that, this is someone you just met. And this right here is like, oh, let's move in together. Or... hey, let's start this charity project, something like that. Who knows? Here, maybe there's a little proposal, right? Because here we're already having like future talks. So here, maybe it's a proposal and they don't really want you to know. And it could be a preparation for what's to come in 26, what's to come for the next years ahead. And I feel like they don't want to give you too much information, but just do know that it's great happiness and it's going to work out very, very well, okay? But yeah. So I really feel like when it comes to love, and if you're already in a relationship, I feel like this is essentially, over here, there's definitely a leveling up of something in the relationship. I feel like here there's again that story of you moving together towards something, giving together something. And I feel like then this kind of levels up to this moment where you're really not supposed to do much, but I feel like it's going to be the beginning of something even bigger. So maybe again, here you're having a child, right? If you're in a relationship and there's nothing, you're not married or that kind of thing. Maybe this is about a proposal, like we've mentioned, right? But again, this I can also see has a little bit of inner research into some triggers and wounds, but I don't think it's going to affect the relationship. Okay? All right. So let's get you here some advice. I feel like that whole conversation of if something doesn't really work out, it's nothing to do with you. I feel like it really made sense for this part. I feel like it also has to deal with the small little things. You may be pushed or tested, perhaps is the best word, with small little things. I feel like the big ones, like this career right here, this is beautiful. I'm not even joking. Like this really can have a big impact. I'm not going to say on the world, but on a community, it definitely does. Whatever you're building here, especially, I feel like there's something technological going on, especially if it is something around those lines. It can really set you apart, and it can really change stuff in some level. Okay, and it's huge. So I don't think this whole questioning and this whole thing's not working out, it's about love or this career. I don't think it's anything about that. It could be this adaptation here. But I feel like it has to do with the small little things. And especially here, maybe looking at the past, you start to understand that. Maybe it's not so much of a lesson of this year you're faced with things not working out and you're learning trust. No, maybe you're looking back and now you're understanding, oh, wow, okay, I see why that relationship didn't work. It's because I have this person now, right? So let's get you here some advice. By the way, in terms of zodiac signs, we have Taurus, we have Pisces and Cancer, in case that means anything to you, but we'll pull some more. Overcome any obstacle here has advice, and we have it's time to collaborate. There we go. There's some sort of, I don't know, partnership you're making here with someone. And it's going to be really great, to be honest. Whatever the case may be, it's going to be successful. So even if it's a purchase of a house or a car, or if it is a collaboration in a marriage, it's definitely going to work out. It's going to be very successful. So collaborate. Don't be afraid to make that move. But with this overcoming any obstacle, I feel like it's really about overcoming any wound, any fear that you may have, okay? Push forward. Both of these things, they are things that are so worth fighting for, really. And I feel like that's why your guides kind of came forward with that thing of this will not be an amazing year if you don't want to. Otherwise, you have everything. And it's going to be a heck of a year. And I feel like, first of all, you should be very proud of yourself, because this wouldn't be possible if you didn't do the work on yourself, if you didn't fight for these things beforehand. And I feel like that kind of comes forward with this first initial energy of in your career. Like being so proud, like I've worked for this. I've worked for this position. I've worked to be here. And I'm so freaking proud that I am. Right? Be proud of everything that you have in your life, because it's really a reflection of how far you've come. Okay? And you really can have an amazing year. Allow yourself to have that amazing year. Okay? Let's see here. Maybe working with gratitude can help you ground and never forget about these beautiful things that you have in your life. Okay? But let's see here. Some significant months and zodiac signs. Okay. We have Scorpio at the bottom, but we have May, we have Aquarius, we have Cancer, and we have Aries. So these could be seasons too, okay? Aquarius is late January and February. We have Cancer around July. And we have Aries around April. Okay, and then we have May. So this April, May kind of thing could be relevant, okay, in these zodiac signs too. And we have May, which is Taurus. So yeah, that too. Alrighty. So my Taurus Gemini, I feel like until now, I mean, I still have basically half of the cusps to do, but until now, you're most definitely one of the most positive cusps for 2025 that I've done. And I really hope that you enjoy this. I really feel like you deserve this. I really feel like you've worked so hard to be here, and I'm so freaking proud of you, and you should be too. Okay, please don't forget to do that, to be proud of yourself. And please enjoy these things. Please say yes to this freaking opportunity. Like, literally, and I keep saying this because I really feel this in my gut, and I feel like you may not see the full potential of it when you start creating this. But I really feel like this opportunity can be the start of something so great that I feel like none of the people involved in this have any notion of it. And if you can leave this with a little bit of that hint of, okay, this can actually be something major, please leave with that. And please say yes when the opportunity actually arises, okay? And this relationship here, it's also beautiful. So, yeah. But yeah, that's what I have for you. So I really hope this helped and resonated, and that you're excited. You should definitely be. And don't forget to smash like button for me if you are, and if this reading resonated. And don't forget to smash that, to subscribe. Jesus, do subscribe if you haven't already. And all of my links are going to be in the description box below. But this is what I have for you. So thank you so much for being here. I love you very much. I wish you the best, and hopefully we'll talk very, very soon. Bye bye.